Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to take a look at this Wand of Stars weapon and show you why I think it is completely and stupidly, in a way, overpowered. It's absolutely ludicrous to the point of it takes away all the thought required from the game. Strategy from the game is no longer required if you want to take that roll of the dice and a 9 out of 10 chance of it basically working. Because if you have a certain team, it's just going to obliterate the opponents. And I mean Guild Wars, PvP and everything. So let's take a look at it. Right, quite simply, if you have 2 times Diamantinas, which a lot of people have because Diamantina is the goal when crafting the gem dragons, and after that you're collecting Dragonite for nothing, and then you end up with enough for a second one. So you get a second one and you've got a very powerful combination of mega damage to all times 2. But the thing is, it works stupidly well with the Wand of Stars, and the reason is all these troops require or don't need any other mana. You can't miss out on mana. They use all the mana colours, so it's like you cast this, you get every single bit of mana that it drops, and you can charge up both Diamantinas mega fast, cast them back to back. Even things like Root Trap and being frozen and stuff can't stop this thing, because you get a blend, which is a super cleanse, as soon as you cast it. And you pretty much automatically win, because anybody with 2 times Diamantinas is going to be pretty powerful in the game anyway, and that damage gets boosted up as you go along regardless. And the 4th troop is kind of optional. If it was a PvP, you can pick anybody you like, even a Zool, which might be absolutely ridiculous. But on Guild Wars days, you obviously pick one of the troops which is relevant to the colour of the day. All these colours don't matter because you can use it on every single day. But on Green Day, for example, I could pick someone like Vernalis, who's going to entangle and verify a random enemy when matching green gems, as well as do a rather handy spell. On other days, you could have another troop which done other similar things. If you fancied having a summon, you could do that. Like, yeah, like on days of red, blue, purple, you could have Zool. Absolutely nuts. So let's take a look at this. So simple to use, it bonkers. Just use any banner you like, really. I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference. All you need is a class where you start with 50% mana start. Archer class is really good because you're going to start with the enemy root trapped if they're a skull based team. If it's goblins you're fighting, you're going to want to pick something like Frost Mage instead. That's a 50% mana start as well, and you can start with the enemy frozen. Geomancer, really good as well, 50% mana start, and yeah, so many benefits. But I'll just roll with this one. We'll jump into a few PvPs and show what happens. 2 times Nishas, 1 times Arnu to give our Diamantinas a head start. Oh, good. This is normally one of the most horrible teams in the game. Leonis Tower, damage to the first 2 enemies, invulnerable so it can't be killed by even Zul'Goth. This is a horrible weapon normally, inflicts all negative status effects on an enemy, gives itself all the positive ones. Elementalist class, Enraged Kurandara, invulnerable again. Leprechaun giving them a fast start, but let's see what happens to this normally absolutely annoying team. If we get any sort of drop where we get something like this, this is pretty good. We're not frozen on the bottom troop right now, but that's not going to last long. If you get a double drop like this, the chances are you're going to get your weapon up absolutely straight away. In fact, we can do it that way, it's even better. We're ready to cast, so we're going to cleanse the bottom troop off at the same time. The chances are this first option works 9 times out of 10. We just get tons of mana. There we go. Both Diamantinas are ready already. Not even going to look about what the enemy's going to do. They may benefit from some of this, but it's going to be over. It doesn't actually matter. Cast one, cast the other, and that was that really annoying Enraged Kurandara trick and treat team. And that was a level 1640 ranked person. That's higher than me. And they're gone. Now, how much, there was no satisfaction in that. I like the satisfaction of trying to outwit that team and trying to outthink it, trying to find a team which works against it really well. Like here, you want to change to someone that does freeze. So we'll change that class to Frost Mage. So all you need to do is change the class for this kind of thing. It's a bit ludicrous. And like I say, you can muck around with the team as well. Like Vernalis, if the colour of the day, if you're talking about Guild Wars, for example, you could change to a troop like Ulor for this kind of thing. Even if they have a chance to get going, that is. So we'll have Ulor. Freeze and verify a random enemy by matching blue gems. So let's just dive straight in again. This ordinarily really annoying team. One of them should be frozen at the beginning, which will stop Secret in our tracks. But we'll look for a double drop of anything. This is pretty good. We get a purple and blue here. One of the stars is ready already. Let's cast that. Don't even have to look. There we go. Both troops are up. We can get that anyway because we can get that freeze and fairy fire effect. The fairy fire being really handy, does extra damage. We got the extra turn. Come on. Where's the skill in that? This is going to work on Guild Wars days as well. It's like, it almost feels like the devs are dumbing the game down for newer players to try and make it like super easy for them. I know that Diamantina is hard to get and it's not going to be that viable for newer players absolutely straight away, and it gives them something to aim for maybe, but for experienced players, this is kind of not what we want because it makes it too easy. It's like there are ways to combat the wand. And I'm going to come to that in another video, so maybe hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see that. But yeah, for most battles, it is just way too easy. And I'll say it again, because Diamantina and the weapon use all mana colours, you can use this on every single day of Guild Wars to a very, very similar effect. Absolutely insane. That's just nutty. Nutty, nutty, nutty. Alright, have we got any sort of double drop anywhere here? Let's have a look around. Alright, not seeing anything immediately. Don't mind giving them that skull hit if they wanted to take it. I'd rather get some mana. Kind of want to leave them that skull hit in a way. What more boosts? Oh, green. Oh yeah, but blue, obviously I'll get the freeze effect, so I'll give them that skull hit. They can have that. There's the wand. They did get to cast. So it's not always going to be plain sailing. Like I say, that cast, that can actually fail to align sometimes, but not very often. I think this works probably 9 times out of 10 when you cast it. 8 out of 10, let's be generous. But the point is, the effects of how good it is are so tempting. I think most players are just going to find the temptation too much to win that easy. It's kind of killed the skill of the game. I don't know. I think it needs adjusting. I honestly do. Well, that's not a proper team. So if I go against Graveseer, Lust, Life and Death and Lust, normally another nasty team. If you're lucky enough to start with an extra turn, then you are absolutely going to be plain sailing because you're going to get a load of mana on your next turn and be ready to cast. They can have that if they want it. We can collect literally any colour we like. Leaving that Skull Bash. Let's cast this again. There we go. Both Diamantinas up. Cast one. They got lucky there with something, but yeah. Another crazy easy win. Alright, let's just do one more. And now, good old Spider Throne, Secret, Death Nail, Arachnian Weaver. Normally something that creates a lot of problems. You have to think outside the box. Like, how do you do something to stop this kind of team? But you kind of don't have to think too much with this kind of team now. Diamantina and this wand are just absolutely ridiculous together. The wand is up. Let's cast that. There we go. Cast one. They do the skull hit. We win. Now I know a lot of this is to do with my Diamantina's damage and my player level, things like that. But the point is, there's a lot of players that have got to that level and can do this sort of thing, and it's just going to be too tempting. It's like, as you get a better player in the game, as you learn to play it more and more and get more of the troops, surely the satisfaction of the game is to use them troops to your full advantage, not to have to just go something as purely cheesy as this and win so crazily easily. I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments, because I think, in a way, this sort of thing is spoiling the game a little bit. Let's have a go with this one, and we'll call the video a day. Yes, a video, you're a day. Oh, we have got a 4 match, but you are frozen, so in that case I'll look for something else which gives me multiple benefits like that. That's got our wand up. Let's cast that. Aligns literally 9 times out of 10, if not more. Didn't get the full amount of mana that time. But Diamantina, it's up this time. Let's cast it again, see if we can get the second one up. We can. Let's do a Skull Bash. Let's cast the first Diamantina. The enemy did have a barrier. Their Reptile is about to cast. We'll take these 4 matches first. So this is like the biggest, strongest, hardest, most hideous battle we've had so far, but it's hardly been anything terrifying. And we got the extra turn, and we got this up again, and we got Diamantina charged up again, and Rope Dart is about to die. Right, so yeah, dead. Let me know what you think in the comments about this weapon with Diamantina, because I think it's a little bit nuts. And like I say, a lot of players out there will have 2 times Diamantina by now. So there's a video. If you enjoyed it, if you found it useful, helpful, any of that kind of jazz, then be sure to bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.